This tutorial is demonstrating the 3-needle bind-off. It's a really tidy way to get a nice seam, and I like to use it for my shoulder seams if I can, because it also provides a nice bit of structure. We've got our two separate pieces of knitting on separate needles here. And for this bind off you'll need a third needle of the same size, or if you tend to bind off quite tightly, pick a needle size that's one higher. You're going to place your separate knitted pieces right sides together like so, and then we're going to graft the two pieces by knitting the two components at the same time together. So we're ready now to knit our two pieces together. We're going to place our third needle through the stitch at the front and then through the stitch at the back. And we'll knit those two stitches together as if they were one stitch. Slide the stitches off the left-hand needle. Then we'll knit the next stitch, going through the front of both stitches. Slide the stitches off the left-hand needle. Now before we knit the next stitch, we're just going to pass the second loop on our right-hand needle over the first loop, like so. Now knit the next stitch on the left-hand needles. Again, passing the second loop on the right-hand needle over the first. And so on down the entire garment. So we've got to our last stitch on both sides. We knit that as we did previously. Then we pass that second stitch over the first. Then I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving a tail that I'll weave in. And we just bring that tail through the stitch, remove our needle, and just pull the tail. We'll then sew that in along the seam line. So this is looking at our 3-needle bind off on the wrong side, and on the right side it looks like that. This is what the 3-needle bind off will look like on your t-shirt with the short row shoulder shaping. Try and say that 10 times quickly. So as you can see, you get a really nice clean line on your shoulder using the 3-needle bind off.